Just as a follow-up, there's every possibility, I suppose, that you could be asked to demonstrate a drawing technique, be it thick and thin line or hatching. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate them. If you had an object, let's do this 1-point perspective object here, and you wanted to make it stand out on the page, a common technique in graphic design is to give the object a fat outline, and sometimes these outlines extend beyond the object, but generally it's just the outside. Like you can have some crossing here. That's a technique that some people prefer. It's not to everyone's taste though. What you do is you just show the outer details. Just reinforce those lines. It makes it stand out on the page. Hatching is like shading, but it's very quick, rapid lines. So you could be asked to shade. Let's say I was shading this object. Remember, I'm going to leave anything where the light, I'm going to say that the light is coming from that direction. So these faces I'm going to leave completely white. This I'm going to have a light tone. So anything on this face would be light. This is shading. Don't be as rushed as me. Make sure you go right to the actual corners. Same here. And then anything that's on the side far away from the light source. So this side here wouldn't receive any light. That would be completely dark. And try and get all your shading in the same direction. Don't leave any gaps. Don't be as rushed as me. And a technique you can do with shading is if you do go beyond the edges, if you do, let's say I'm going to make a mistake here and go beyond the edge, you can actually use your eraser like a drawing tool. Okay, but you'll have light faces where the light's hitting, like the base there, and that. Oh, this internal face would also be dark, wouldn't it? Because that's not receiving any light. Anything receiving no light would be dark. Other faces would be like a medium tone. But let's go back to this one. If you are asked to do hatching instead, it's kind of similar to shading, but it's very quick, rapid lines. And the more you do, the more they build up, and you can build up darker faces. So I might just do hatching in one direction for this medium tone. They're fairly quick, fairly rapid. And then if I wanted to show darker faces, I could do hatching in the same direction, but actually once I'm done, I change it and build it up in another direction, and then change it and build it up in another direction. So you give the same illusion as shading, but it's just by building up very quick, rapid lines to give the impression of lighting and shadow. And if it were a round object, let's say I've got like an apple or something, and I wanted to shading, I could do like dark, fade into light. With hatching, I could just do hatching like in one direction where I want the shadow to be. It might creep around the bottom of the apple. And then if I want to show really dark spots, I could just hatch certain bits in another direction. And then if really dark spots, I could hatch again in another direction. They might fade out. But you can give the impression of light and dark with hatching as well. So don't forget thick and thin line, shading, you can have dark, medium and light faces, and hatching, again, it's just quick, rapid lines to make it look like there's lighting, shadow. Then you can mention them in an exam. All right, best of luck.